represent everything, everyone, every community. I don't believe in this concept of one being different or one being. I think we are all the same. Just the truth is, I have not been offered something which, in the commercial space, gives me the freedom to express myself as an actor. I act is because it gives me a lot of joy, and I love to entertain people. I haven't become an actor to become rich and famous.
Before, of course, we are going to talk about the film Hum Bhi Akele Tum Bhi Akele, which is a very important part of our conversation. But before that, I want to know, because it's been a year now, we are in this lockdown, and the way we are dealing with the entire jazz. How are you coping up with it? Especially, I know that you love traveling and all that. So how are you kind of confined in one place and everything?
So I'll answer that question in two parts. First, see how I'm coping. I'm absolutely fine, for the simple reason, by God's grace. To be honest, otherwise my life is this. I don't step out. I don't socialize much. I don't party much. I stay at home with my dog. I walk my dog. That's my life. And I only step out when work calls. And from that point of view, I'm just happy and like I said, privileged that the film is coming out now, because to answer the second part of your question, it's very important that there is 10% of our country that is struggling and suffering right now with the pandemic. And we all should support in every way that we can. But there is also 100% of the population that is mentally only consuming a lot of negativity, a lot of anxiety, fear, stress.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those news are like really give us a lot of.
So things coming out is important, because it, like yesterday somebody called me and said, "Aapka trailer dekh ke अच्छा लगा, I smiled." So वो बहुत जरूरी है कि वो 2 मिनट के लिए उनका mood change हुआ, उनको अच्छा लगा.
Smile.
It's important that we keep doing stuff like that.
What was the most intriguing part to be part of the story for you? Yes.
Acceptance. पहली बार जब मैंने कहानी सुनी, हरीश सर ने मुझे एक टैक्सी में सुनाई थी from New York airport. उन्होंने he said, there is a boy, there is a girl, and it's a road trip about their friendship. मैंने कहा okay, and he said they are soulmates. मैंने कहा अच्छा, and then he said, but the boy is gay and the girl is lesbian. So it had me hooked right there. कि अक्सर ऐसा होता है that relationships are not just about there is a soul connect with some people, so it doesn't have an end game. You know what I mean? Some relationships, and this is one such pure relationship where you get to discover the love in friendship, and वो दोस्ती में छुपा हुआ जो प्यार होता है वो सबसे खूबसूरत होता है. So this film tackles with that aspect of friendship, and it just so happens कि जो the two characters are from the LGBTQ community. ये दो लड़के heterosexual हो सकते थे, दो लड़कियां heterosexual हो सकती थी, दो homosexual लड़कियां हो सकती थी, दो homosexual लड़के हो सकते थे. लेकिन इस कहानी में सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग चीज जो मुझे लगी, जो कि आई डोंट थिंक दुनिया में किसी भी फिल्म में कहीं भी दिखाया गया है अब तक, कि there is a gay man and a lesbian woman and they discover the love and friendship through a road trip. So it kind of covers the sexual dimensions within the community as well, because there is a male and a female, so which balances the narrative, जो कि बहुत जरूरी है. In any conversation, I think it's very important to have all kinds of voices. और इस फिल्म में सबसे खूबसूरत चीज मेरे लिए वही, it talks about acceptance.
At the same time, you being the leading man of the film, who is playing a homosexual character, did you feel a little more responsible because LGBTQ community otherwise in the mainstream is underrepresented? Therefore,
in fact, I think we should represent everything, everyone, every community. I don't believe in this concept of one being different or one being. I think we are all the same. And मैंने उस lens से कभी देखा ही नहीं. Yes, I did feel responsible as an actor when I took this character up, because I am a heterosexual man playing a homosexual character. I wanted to be responsible and sensitive to the honesty of a homosexual man. और वो मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा challenge था, to make sure that I don't fall into traps of either caricaturizing it or making it seem like, I'm trying to play it a certain way. So मैंने उन सब चीजों से हट कर, क्योंकि मेरे दोस्त हैं, I have friends who are from the community, honestly and sensitively portraying a gay man was the challenge, and that's why I did the research I did, and I hope you guys like it, yeah, when you see it.
Well, I am yet to watch the film. So once I do, then and only then I can say how much I like the film or whatever my opinion on the film. When it comes to your filmography, right, the kind of films that you have done so far, it's very interesting. Whether it is No Fathers in Kashmir, whether it is this film that up, or whatever film that you have done so far, it's very, the characters are very different one from another, one thing. And secondly, also you're mostly part of those meaningful cinema with an indie vibe to that, right? Is it kind of a very conscious decision of yours that, because you are a trained actor, you are only going to be part of those films which is not commercial potboiler, or which are like, small canvas, big story, big meaningful stories?
नहीं यार, it's just, the truth is I have not been offered something which in the commercial space gives me the freedom to express myself as an actor. जब वो opportunity आएगा, I'll do that also. After my first film, Love, Sex और धोखा, I was offered a film called Kismat Love Paisa Dilli, which was a commercial film, but it flopped. And that character was very special. It's a pizza delivery guy who becomes a superhero midpoint. Again, it was so see, Arundhati, for me, the process is very important. So whether it was LSD, whether it was Kismat Love, whether it was Ye Hai Bakrapur, whether it is Angrezi Mein Kehte Hain, whether it's No Fathers, for me, the process is what is exciting. The result is a byproduct of the process, which is why when I produce now, it gives me the freedom to control the result as well. I know how it'll look. I know how it's marketed. I know how to assemble it, because I enjoy that end of filmmaking as well. I really personally enjoy that. So the conscious decision is to do interesting characters, but the conscious decision is to make the process enjoyable. So अगर मैंने अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि which was 1 month of shoot, I prepped for it for 5 months with the director. मेरे लिए मजा उसमें आता है क्योंकि वो रंग आपको स्क्रीन पे नजर आएगा. The work I do behind is the detailing you get to enjoy, and the preparation. So yeah, the conscious decision is to do good parts from what I have been offered, and when I'm offered a potboiler which I can put my heart and soul into, and where I think the process will be great, I will happily do it. Yeah, there is no. It's not like I stop myself or something.
What are the challenges then for a talented actor like you to, get more work, bring more work, especially in the commercial space?
See, I can only speak for myself. मुझे नहीं पता दूसरा. The reason I act is because it gives me a lot of joy, and I love to entertain people. So when I went and did India's biggest Bollywood musical, I went and did Jhumru in Delhi, which was a 3-hour musical with big music, big sets, big props. It was a theatrical musical play. I enjoyed watching 1,200 people every day have a good time while I danced to Kishore Kumar songs, and so for me, the joy is in the performance. I haven't become an actor to become rich and famous. So I think यहीं पे ये सोच की परख है, and the difference is in thought. So I think the conditioning is that you become an actor to become famous. I think becoming famous is a byproduct of being an actor. The first responsibility as an actor is to do a good job. And for me, respect is greater than popularity. So my point is, whether I do one film, whether I do 10 films, whether I do 100 films, I want to be the best version of me as an actor in each one of them. So I want a process which allows me to do that. And I'm very disciplined. I'm always on time. I work very hard. I have my basics very clear. And I don't compromise on them. So I don't owe anything to anyone. Nobody owes me anything. I'm very happy in the speed and pace I'm going. I'm a tortoise. I will keep walking slowly, and I will eventually get where I want to. And even if I don't get where I want to, I'll end up learning something out of it. So ये सब जो है, this is all a superficial facade. The all this talk of a rat race and all this talk of popularity, and I know it's true, and I know it's business, and I respect that. But having said that, that is not just my only driving force. My driving force is something bigger for me, which is the process of creation. And my teachers have taught me to work like that. So मुझे और कोई तरीका आता नहीं है.
I hope that you can maintain it forever, because there are situations that happens in which an artist at times just give up on these things of like staying pure with art, with the craft. So I just hope that you can manage to maintain that forever.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, what is the next thing that you are working on, or you just chilling?
The next thing is Hum Bhi Akele Tum Bhi Akele on 9th of May. That's all that is there. And that's all I want to focus on. There is another film which is ready. There are 2 web series, but right now the only thing I'm paying my attention to is this film's release on 9th, and I wanted to just ride a wave, and hopefully all of you will love it, and I can't wait to see how people react to it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.